But then the more time I was spending with my mom in business, I realized two things. That an investment is two things. One, you ascertain whether you're going to make money. So that's why I went and did accounting, so that I can learn how to account for money and evaluate whether I'm making money in any deal. Because I knew my natural progression was entrepreneurship.
Yes. This is a good CTA. I know we've spent a lot of time dwelling in this earlier years, but I say there's nothing that's wasted in CTA. And the more we spend, and the more we just flow and go with the flow, everything will make sense as we're progressing. You know what I mean? And also you are explaining different perspectives. Every episode, I look at every episode as a full episode, as well as the series as a full thing. You get what I mean? There's an importance as to why the episodes are cut the way they are. So thank you for that one. It also made me just think about how that older generation was so intentional about education.
Absolutely.
Let's transition now.
Yes.
A minus.
Yes. Thank you, Lord.
And for me, the beauty of that story is fourth last out of 128 to A minus. Not because you're a genius, just because of these other things that you applied. Discipline.
Discipline.
Okay, so let's take it. Tell me about the transition. What year is this? Where does the story go?
So I finished high school 2002. Super excited. I've just turned 18 as I'm doing my KCSE. I come home, get my ID. Oh, I'm feeling like a citizen. But also before that, God had started speaking to me about transition and the gap year. Because in the local system, if you finish your KCP, there's usually a 2-year gap year before you join public university. So you either go private or you join parallel program. So I knew I will go for the regular. And that's why I had worked so hard so that my mom doesn't have to spend so much money in a private university. But then I was also cognizant.
Hold on. If you finish Form 4, you have to wait 2 years before you can enter university?
Yes.
Till today?
I believe
you're not
so.
sure? You're not sure?
I believe so.
It's not no more, eh? But at that time it was like that?
At that time, I believe so. Because this 2 years started in the early 90s. There was a huge strike, riot, university students against the government. So universities were closed for quite some time.
Oh my God.
So the ones who were meant to join that year.
Yes.
Yes.
Mary, who has sat on this CTA seat, her alumni group are from 1991.
Yes.
And they joined all of them because of, and she was explaining how when they joined, there were so many.
Yes.
Because of the ones, that 1990 period.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay, I get.
Yes.
Okay.
So ideally you join university in September or October, which is fall. So I joined in October of 2002.
Where now?
At University of Nairobi. But before then, God has started speaking to me about what to do in those 2 years as I'm waiting, 1.5 years as I'm waiting. And he said, I didn't know it was God speaking, but now that I'm grown and mature, I now know that my steps were ordered by God. So I joined Strathmore University, Strathmore School of Accounting. To do CPA. Instead of chilling, I was like, if I chill, one, I'm from Buruburu, these boys are too hot. Hormones are running here. Need to get myself busy. And of course, because of the time in church in high school, I knew that an idle mind is the devil's workshop.
For real?
Yes. So I just knew, if I stay at home, I've seen here girls getting pregnant left, right, and center. I need to get myself distracted. Because one, I'm young, I'm beautiful. I also want to have a boyfriend.
You're beautiful, right?
The boys wanakujanga home, they come at home to look for me. So I knew you need to get out of this environment.
Wow.
Get busy. So January, I joined Strathmore.
But why Strathmore? Why didn't you... by the way, in Kabarak, I heard you talk about tennis.
Yes.
So from a sports, music, did you touch on music? Was it your thing?
I did. I was in the choir. Oh, we had an amazing choir teacher.
Yeah.
So I was in choir. alto. I can't sing to, I can only sing for God.
but you're huku Venus Serena Williams.
I was huku Venus Serena Williams. I was in the drama club. Then female teachers would be like, hey, you know, drama. Because drama was guys from Nairobi, like more exposed people. Yeah. So I'll be like, hey, be careful. So I'll join out, in and out. Then this time I'm also in leadership in school. Yeah. So I'm a prefect, class prefect. Then I become a dorm prefect. Then I become a dorm captain. Then I become the captain of the tennis, because now I was playing tennis. We represent the school. But then along this time, we're beginning to spend a lot of time in church, in school. And I'm cognizant that these 2 years at home could be a challenge.
I get it.
Yeah. But then in high school, something also happened. The set book that we read was The River and the Source by the late Margaret Ogola. And that transformed my life. Because now it was my introduction to work as a means of sanctification. Remember, all this time I've been doing my best to glorify God in everything that I've been doing, yeah?
Yeah.
Whether it's primo, whether it's in leadership, always trying to do my best, yeah? But now I learn what Opus Dei is. Opus Dei is a prelature of the Catholic Church. And now I'm beginning to get introduced. Remember, I came from a Catholic upbringing in primary. Those 4 years.
Yes.
Like if I go for Mass, I can recite Mass. Because of, if you do something too many times, your spirit man picks it. Yeah? Yes. So as I'm reading Margaret Ogola, I'm now beginning to research. Okay, there's this Opus Dei thing. There's Strathmore. I've seen Strathmore here and there. Oh, our neighbor also. There's a neighbor who lived, there's a neighbor, of course a neighbor lived next to us. But one of our neighbors was an accountant. And he was trained at Strathmore. And I used to admire this man from maybe class 4. His name is Martin Kiso. He's a really top shot. He was a partner at Deloitte. So I used to really admire Martin Kiso, and I knew he'd done CPA. And I was now really good in maths. So I said, let me go try this CPA thing. I told my mom. My mom looked at me and said, is that the thing you want? Okay, you go. So I went, January 2003. I joined Strathmore. I meet a bunch of what has become amazing, amazing friends. Until now, I haven't spoken about friends passionately.
Yes.
Yeah? So now I'm in a group of friends, Lydia, my Mehango sister, Sylvia, Teresa, Sami. We are so close and so tight, Angela, and they're all doing so well in their own rights. And they were also transitioning from high school, spending those years as they await university entrance. So Strathmore is also a stretching place. Where?
For sure.
Let me tell you the things I learned. So in primary, I learned excellence in terms of making my bed. This was a Catholic school. See the angle of this chair? We used to make our beds. They had to be a 90-degree angle. In high school, I learned discipline and the power of doing something consistently. Whether it is church, whether it is the tennis, whether it is practice, and I could see the fruits. Now in Strathmore, I learned another level of integrity.
What?
Yes.
Explain more.
One, from the way you dress is a dress code, which we resisted.
Yes.
No, we want to wear jeans. We've just finished high school. Don't tell us what to wear. But then I understood the culture and the rationale behind that. With time. First we resisted, but then we're like, okay, we came here, we have to honor what has to be done. But then there was, lecturers always kept time. I say this because I went now to public university. That was another story. Lecturers used to keep time. Class used to end, lecturers would give you assignments, and there was a weekly cut.
A weekly cut?
Yes. So you have to study.
Oh, okay. A weekly cut exam.
Exam.
Yeah,
a weekly
I thought
continuous assessment test.
Sorry, for a sec there I was like, guys are being cut every week.
Yeah.
No, like, I knew this is Survivor.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Cut
so
exam, yeah.
That taught me hard work, discipline. There was, because if you look at the origin of Strathmore, it came from right after independence, and we need to train people who can work.
Yes.
But aside from working, They also have to have ethics and integrity.
Yep.
So that was a really good environment. And the setup of the university, fantastic. That was even before it expanded, yeah? At that time, they were now beginning to offer more degree programs. So I was there, CPA level 1, level 2, level 3. Just around level 4, I joined university. So I've now transitioned. I was called to do law.
And how does, explain to somebody who's, aka Richie, who's not been in the accounting system.
Yeah.
How do the levels work? When do you graduate of that? Because I'm hearing you say level 1, level 2, level 3. How does that work?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I
it's fine.
assume that we're all from the same place. So accounting is a professional course. Okay. And by professional, like you can do a degree in accounting, but it doesn't mean you've done the professional certification.
Yep.
So professional certification is what allows you to practice. Okay. So accounting, back when we were doing it, it had 6 levels.
6?
Yes, 6.
Okay.
Now it's 3 levels divided into intermediary, something and something. I know the system has changed.
Okay.
So now there was level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And it can take you anywhere between 3 years to do it to 10 years. You
Yep.
pace yourself. It's not like school. You do it, if you get a job, you drop out. Because some of my friends did level 1, they dropped out. They were like, this is not for me. Some did 1 and 2, they deferred, they went to 3 later. So, but I'm grateful that I was able to do 1 to 4. I actually did all of them within 3 years.
Wow.
And also to pass, it's also very hard.
Yep.
But thanks to that discipline, you see now there was the induction of discipline from primary, thanks to Mr. Mugo, to high school, through God's grace, honestly, because high school, it would have been very easy to lose it. And also in high school, I was able to train other friends to be able to use the same technique, and we did a bit of group work. Now again, in Strathmore University, yeah. So do level 1. This is classes 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So it's a full day, Monday to Friday. Yeah. So I do level 1, 2, 3, 4. But then when I get to 4, I need to join university.
Yes.
I was called
It's now 2002.
This is 2004.
2004, sorry.
Yes, 2004. So I was called to read law at the University of Nairobi. So I go to law school. Now law school is full-time.
Law campus.
Yes, law campus, Paki.
Yes. Yeah, Paki,
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to say.
So I transition to evening class for accounting.
And is law what you wanted to do?
It is.
Okay.
My first choice was actually actuarial.
Actual science? Yes. But you like the maths things.
I do like the maths. But then the more time I was spending with my mom in business, I realized 2 things. That an investment is 2 things. One, you ascertain whether you're going to make money. So that's why I went and did accounting, so that I can learn how to account for money and evaluate whether I'm making money in any deal. Because I knew my natural progression was entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Then the second thing was legal. Once you like this business, how do you structure yourself? How do you protect yourself from legal rights? So I tell people I went to read law, not to practice. From when I joined University of Nairobi, I knew I don't want to become an advocate of the High Court.
But you wanted to understand the principles and how it works.
Yes.
Therefore, you could apply it to this entrepreneurship that you wanted to do.
Correct. And at the same time, I knew my good friends will be judges, top-notch lawyers. So it's a good place to connect. And they are actually.
By the way, let me sit up now. This conversation has gone. I love it.
Yeah.
So, it's why I keep asking you. I do understand that you've answered the question even before I've asked it. It's what's the plan? You get what's the plan? Why are we going to these schools? Why are we studying what we're studying?
Yeah.
That's what has been blurry in my mind as you're speaking. I'm like, okay, what's the plan?
Yes.
The first time what I had you say was the plan, and I have to repeat this because I find it mind-blowing. I've never had anybody on CTA say it. Where you are, you just wanted to glorify God.
Yeah.
At that stage.
Yes.
You see, it's not that you're running away from poverty. It's not that you're just like, here, God has given me this key. Let me excel here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me excel. If it is lighty, I'm excelling in sell things. If it's school, I'm excelling in our one way. Any avenue, whether it is me being a captain of the school, I'm excelling and doing things differently from what other captains had done. And that just, even at Strathmore,
Yes.
you see the group of friends I'm interacting
Are you
with.
dating?
Hapa na pale, not
Okay.
seriously.
Okay.
Not seriously.
The guys
In
who
high
are throwing
school,
vibes, they're not, it's not working.
I think there were two things. God did protect me, because in high school in high school I went for jam session once, and I repented. I felt so guilty after that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I hope she didn't know what that is, but
Yeah.
then
It refused with you, like when you went for it.
Yeah. Then
No, as in you didn't enjoy it. You felt out of place.
I felt so much darkness.
Oh, I get it.
First the place is so dark. Then now after high school, and I was 18 after I received my certificate, my ID, I was like, now I have to go to all these clubs that people I want to experience.
And so you went.
So I went.
Yep.
See, now my friends.
Oh yes,
My friends
you're
have
getting
also.
a different, yes.
I'm getting a different group of friends. Guys are going for rock on Wednesday. Guys are doing different things. We're clubbing. Not so much in Strathmore, but in uni that kind of picked up a bit more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So because now I can't do accounting during the day, I start going for evening class.
Accounting.
Yes.
So you do law during the whole day. Then after that you go back to school and do accounting.
Yeah. But the beauty with university is you don't have class
Back to
8
back.
to 5.
Yes.
So at times you have class, at times you don't have class. But something also interesting happened in 2004. Around October, December, that last quarter. My mom, who's very entrepreneurial, starts a business for her brother, her late brother, Peter, in Kirinyaga Road, selling spare parts.